It's time to babble the fuck on. It's Hollywood Babble-On with your hosts, Kevin Smith and Ralph Garman.
You guys are adorable, man. It is Saturday night in San Juan Capistrano, man. We all know that you swallow. So let's babble the fuck on. I'm Kevin Smith.
And my name is Ralph Garman. Well, aren't you nice?
It's a little warm in the room, folks. If you're listening to the show, you hear the sound of 1,000 whirring fans pointed at the fattest man in the room, and that'd be me. So you'll hear a lot of this as I fan myself, almost like I'm in a Tyler Perry movie.
Hallelujah!
Oh, totally. It's awesome for me to be back to the Coach House. Have you ever been here before?
Never been here, my first time.
I came here with you. You'll never forget your first time, dude. This place, I told Ralph, like I came here to play Jay and Silent Bob Get Old, the Jason Mewes, and I went back to Ralph and I talked about this place like it was a box of Playboys that I found in the woods, man. I was like, you gotta come to the Coach House, man.
So cool, we have to go back.
And also I told him, I was just like, Ralph's in this movie, Ted, which made $1 gazillion.
Yeah, thank you. I'm pretty sure it was my 4 minutes that made it the smash hit.
Made all the difference, dude.
Yeah.
But you play whose father?
I play Mark Wahlberg's father.
Okay, so I was telling him, I was like, dude, I played the Coach House, and backstage at the Coach House, man, they got signed photographs up and down this motherfucker for people who've played here. And I asked Cats at one point, I was like, who comes to play at the Coach House? Like, people on their way up and people on their way down, man.
Oh, wait a minute, which one are we?
I don't know. I hesitate to ask. But I saw this picture in the back, and it's a signed picture of Marky Mark, man. Oh. Literally from his like feel it days.
Did he have the sideways cap on and his pants
just
low?
Bare chest, you could bounce a quarter off his pecs and shit. Looking very sexy.
Did you defile that picture?
No. He's not my type, man.
Yeah. We know your type.
What is?
Alexander Skarsgård. That's your type, right?
Totally, yeah. I watched an episode of True Blood the other day, man, where if you look really closely in a wide shot, you could see his dick. And I had Blu-ray, so I paused that shit and was like, righteous.
Oh.
Righteous. And my wife was like, what? And I was like, you watch this. This is your punishment for not being him. He is a pretty man.
If you take care of yourself, is that punishment for her or reward?
Yeah, I was like, you're getting off light. I was feeling pretty rectal tonight.
Kevin, I don't want you to look over there, but there is a guy next to you making obscene gestures on stage. Don't
Holy
look,
shit.
don't look, don't look. Security.
Oh. Fuck you, I found a new partner. We got a dude here who's signing for some folks in the crowd who can't hear. So if you hear this at one point, that's the sign language dude passing out.
Yeah.
From the overwork we're doing and the amount of new terms he has to figure out how to.
I don't envy him.
Yeah, let's test it out. Rectal fist fucking.
Well, shit, I could have done that.
Fair enough. All right, let's see if we can go a little more subtle.
How about this one? Give that penis a sandwich. I like it. I'm not even gonna say it anymore. I'm just gonna do that.
A lot of times I get happy during the show and I describe myself as being enthusiastic. I say, skeet, skeet, skeet. It's international, dude. You could just walk up to deaf people and be like, skeet, skeet, skeet. And they'll know exactly what you mean. They'll call for a cop, but they'll know exactly what you mean.
I think you just did confetti. This is skeet, skeet, skeet. This is confetti.
It's got to go this way. It can't go up.
No, I don't think so. Because then you'd have to do this sign.
Speak for yourself, dude. It's my own cum, so I'm like this.
Oh, come on. I want to use these, start wiping off right now.
They calls me Pac-Man. They calls me Pac-Man. It's this sign language. I used to think, oh, it's so mysterious. Who can do it? Pac-Man is literally waka, 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 waka. Fuck, man, I know half the language already.
Yeah, the whole sign language thing's a scam. I'm figuring it out. Well, I'm glad we have some hearing impaired people here tonight because the deaf are our biggest audience for our podcast, I think. They love it. They can't get enough of it. They just sit there staring at their iPhones. Oh, these guys.
Most of them are just like, I don't get it.
Somebody likes them.
Welcome to Hollywood Babble-On, right here in San Juan, Capistrano.
Let's get started with the show by doing a segment we like to give special thank yous and shout outs to people who came particularly long distances or celebrating special occasions. It's a segment known as the shout outs.
It's a shout out with Kevin and Ralph, so get your cock out. Yeah, get your cock out.
They're not blind, they're deaf, Kevin. They saw you swallowing the microphone. He doesn't need to do that.
I got kind of shitty with him mid-performance. I was like, you fucking do this!
All right, let's... This first one is a callback from last week's show, so if you're listening at home, stop and go back and listen to last week's show and then come back to this one. You remember Sato and Cece?
Yes.
The Japanese guy with the black girlfriend who said he was going to be at our show last week?
Yeah.
Yeah, it turns out he was coming this week.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I guess the tsunami washed away his calendar.
What was it?
Thank you.
Oh, Ralph. 2 tsunamis.
Where's Sato and Cece?
Wait. Yeah, he did both. He spelled it out and he did waves on that one. Watch. 2 tsunami. Hold on. Hawaii 5-0. I just wanted to make sure it wasn't the same, like...
Sato and Cece, where are you guys? Make some noise. Way back there. How are you? Welcome. Thanks for coming. I said I first want to apologize for last week's shout-out. I forgot to mention that we were coming tonight. I sent the email on Sunday in Japan, so I assumed it would get there after the Saturday show. Don't start with your fucking time travel, okay? I don't...
Seriously, man, you could wind up in bed with your mother.
That's right. I'm Calvin Klein. Well, to my surprise, I heard the new episode and I heard Ralph say, fuck them for not showing up. I did. That was me. I was screaming as loud as I could in Japan, but I guess you guys couldn't hear me.
That's because you were screaming on a Sunday.
Yeah.
You needed...
We were originally going to see you guys at the Lovitz in LA, but after finding out the show was in San Juan Capistrano, we canceled our hotel reservations, got a rental car, and decided to join the fun here.
Right
well,
on.
thank you so
Wow.
much. Forgive us our mistake from last week. Give us a holler. Come on, man. We came all the way from Japan, where tsunamis and radiation are ready to kill us around every corner. All right, well, let it slide this time.
Welcome to America, a diplomatic community.
No, that's the wrong. Once again, that's South Africa. It has nothing to do with Japan.
You sure?
Positive. Okay. Let me make you feel at home. Godzilla! Godzilla!
Oh, and mine didn't make sense.
Austin Jordan, are you here? Austin Jordan? How are you, Austin? Austin's here with his mom, Susie, his dad, Brad, and his brother, Justin.
I thought you were fucking making fun of him, but that's what it says in the letter.
It says mom, Susie, dad, Brad, brother, Justin.
Awesome. They brought their whole fucking family to a show. We're doing butt fucking jokes here.
That guy is good.
It's every sign you imagine, man. It's that simple.
I graduated from college in May. I've been brainstorming for weeks on the perfect way to thank my parents for the continuous love and support. Well, this would be the way, absolutely. Nothing like an evening full of anal sex jokes to show mom and dad how much you care.
Your
I think it's a
parents
Hallmark card, actually.
They're questioning your taste, and they're also like, what the fuck did you do with all the money we gave you?
Funny you should bring that up, Kevin, because he says they're top-notch parents, my best friends, and I really appreciate everything they do for me. I'd like to let them know that I will someday repay them for financing me all the way through college. But don't count on it, though, Austin adds. What'd you get your degree in, Austin? Media arts? Mom and Dad, you're not getting paid back.
Mom and Dad, for the record, media arts is code word for YouTube.
Yeah. In your best Sean Connery, could you explain to them that they are the bee's knees?
You want me to tell them they're the bee's knees? What the fuck does that mean? I didn't even know bees had knees. Well, listen, all that money you spent on college, Mom and Dad, it's flushed right down the fucking toilet. A degree in media arts means in about 2 weeks you'll be blowing guys for beer money. Behind the dumpster at your local Shakey's. Try the bunch of lunch.
Fucking throw a spoonful of hope on that, would you, man? That was dark. I'm sure he'll do well, Mom and Dad. Behind the Shakey's.
Are Eileen and Josh here? Eileen and Josh. They're too drunk to speak, but they can still slap their flippers together, God love them. My boyfriend Josh and I will be at your show tonight. It's our first live show, but my boyfriend listens to you guys all the time. I started listening recently, and shit, you guys are funny. Thank you.
It's so weird. It's like it's a discovery. Like, wow, you guys are actually funny. It's like when people come up to me and talk about Jersey Girl. They're like, I saw Jersey Girl. Wasn't that bad?
Don't believe the hype.
Yeah.
This weekend's our first-year anniversary, and I think it's about time Josh gives up his rusty wagon wheel to me, Eileen writes.
Pick that motherfucker.
Kevin, can you please let him know it's not that bad? Have you given up your wagon wheel?
No. Well, it depends. How do you feel about it?
We'll talk about it after the show.
I gave it up once. Gave it up to a finger, to a hairbrush as well. I preferred the finger.
Which end of the hairbrush? That might have been the problem. You got to put it handle first.
It's true, man. It was a little pokey.
Like Loki?
It was. It was the ultimate Loki pokey stick.
Loki
man.
pokey stick.
Changed me from a fucking hero to a villain as well.
Your eyes got all black. Yeah. Brian and Jen, are you here? Brian and Jen from Needles, California?
Wait, man. We gotta go.
Ooh.
Hold on.
Is there some sort of feud between San Juan Capistrano and Needles? There is? Yes. Like the Sharks and the Jets?
Yes. Very New York, New Jersey. They're like, fuck Needles.
I had no idea. Brian writes, we're here from Needles, California. I got my first kidney stone a few days ago, and I'm hoping it will pass by the time the show is over. If not, I'll be the one moaning in pain. I think it just passed. Brian, have you passed it yet? Not yet.
Oh.
Another pitcher of beer for Brian, please.
Yeah.
We'll get that fucker out. It's Jen's first time hearing the show. Could you please tell her what to expect in the voice of TV's Batman Adam West? Thank you, Brian.
Well, Jen, here's what you can expect from this evening. Your boyfriend moaning in pain, followed by a small projectile flying across the room. Quickly, Robin, the bat shield.
Holy kidney stones. How about Steve and Rhonda? Or Steve and Rhonda? Or what? Right up front.
Hey, so close. Security.
Ralph and Kev. I am Steve the Pool Man. Oh, you're Steve the Pool Man. Because we were all wondering, who is Steve the Pool Man?
My wife said she fucked Steve the Pool Man.
It's a sore subject. I'll be there Saturday with my friend Rhonda, who is 20 years younger than me. Well, now you're just bragging, Steve the Pool Man. I met her when her ex dropped her and the 2 kids off at Grandma's house to live. I cleaned Grandma's pool. Yeah.
Just when you think like there's no more rom-coms to make, man. This is excellent. This is like fucking the Bad News Bears if it all worked out for Walter Matthau.
Yeah. But that's like every porn I've ever seen. The pool guy always gets some, and apparently Steve the Pool Man got somebody 20 years younger than him.
Keep reading.
Yeah. My birthday's August the 9th. It'd be great if I could hear happy birthday from Al Pacino. And could Al also tell Rhonda she has a great ass?
Oh. I gotta tell you, Steve the Pool Man. Ooh-ah. Well, I guess you cleaned her skimmer, huh, Steve? Yeah. Ooh-ah. Smells like chlorine. No, wait, that smells something else.
Tell Steve, don't pee in the pool.
Steve, don't pee in the pool. Ooh-ah. But Rhonda, oh, you got a great ass. Ooh, Steve, I think it's all over for you. Ooh-ah. Time to pack up the kids at Grandma's.
Steve also mentions he's got a big audition tomorrow for The Voice. He's going to audition for The Voice tomorrow. Well, best of luck, Steve.
Congrats, man.
Says I'm getting a late start in my career because unlike Kevin, who's still able to function on pot, I just wanted to play video games. And clean the pool.
So you're gonna go audition? Yeah. And you just stand there and sing for him? Yeah. You wanna rock a little fuck? Give him the mic, man. Let's hear it. Ladies and gentlemen, the song stylings of Steve the Pool Man. Rock it.
Hey. Oh, shit. I mean,
Shoot. When I'm with you, I feel 1,000 different feelings, a cover of chills all over my body.
She's crying. It's awesome. Well
Thank you,
done,
Steve.
man. Oh, he's fucking getting so laid tonight,
Yeah, I
man.
know.
Well done, sir. Balloon knot. Seriously, give up the ass tonight. He could have gone any way. Could have gone with any song. He chose to serenade you, man.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
That totally.
He is sweet, we can tell.
Yeah. You know what else is sweet?
You romantic bastard, you. Is Zach here tonight? Zach, you in the house? Zach, here by yourself, Zach? Anybody? You over there? Where? Zach?
This is like fucking the end of Spartacus, man.
I am Zach. Well, whichever one of you is Zach, you're here alone because you had a girlfriend you were going to bring here of the past 2.5 years, but you broke up a few months ago. Zach writes, alas, I'm here alone like a giant loser. No, you're not, because there's another guy named Zach who's also alone, and you guys should get together. I would love it if Kevin Smith could do Tom Hardy as Bane saying, give that penis a sandwich.
Give that penis a sandwich.
I like it.
Well, you never know what you could do until you try, right?
See?
Go home, wake my wife up like that.
Nothing sexier than Bane.
Give this penis a sandwich. She grabs my dick. She's like, if I pull this off, it will be painful. I was like, for you. Wasn't that movie awesome, man? Did you see The Dark Knight yet?
I did see it, yeah.
You did see it?
Yeah.
We didn't talk about it, man. What
We're going to have to do a whole nother podcast.
Did you...
I liked it enough.
Oh, you got some issues?
I got some problems with it. Yeah.
Autopilot? What else?
That was a big one. The
fact
beginning,
that he
too.
took fucking 8 years off?
Takes 8 years off. What a lazy fucking Batman.
Yeah. Bad
My
bitch.
knee hurts. Let crime handle itself. I'm good.
And the beard, man.
Yeah.
Beard just says you've given up. Beard just says you got many chins. More chins than a Chinese phone book. I ought to know.
And he retires because his girlfriend got killed by the Joker, basically. But that is a boo. Yeah,
I was
Joker's
with you,
bad.
man. Boo.
But he saw his mom and dad gunned down in front of him.
Right.
That spurred him on to a life of fighting crime. The girlfriend gets axed. He's like, nah, I'm just not feeling it anymore.
Yeah.
I'm gonna play with my bow and arrow in my bedroom. Unless crime comes actually to my house, and then I'll be interested again.
And then just like the other fucking big hero movie of the summer, it ends with a billionaire flying a nuclear weapon away from a city.
Yes.
Avengers and Dark Knight Rises ended the exact same way, kind of.
I would have...
Proving once again, Ralph, that the ultimate super weapon is money.
I would have given anything I own if at one point during that sequence, Christian Bale said, some days you just can't get rid of a bomb. That would have been awesome.
Totally.
But he didn't. He told me, I'm gonna go. I need a bat lozenge.
What's wrong with your voice?
I was gonna ask you the same thing. What's wrong with your voice?
No wonder I could take this city so easily.
So easy to slip into Scooby-Doo when you're doing Christian Bale.
I'm sorry, Bane.
Like Zoic Scoob. I would have gotten away with it if it wasn't for you meddling kids.
How about Shoney, Jules, and Morgan? Are you guys here? You bitches. You send me a 2-page fucking email and you're not here. Fuck 'em is right.
What a shock. Ralph got stood up by a girl.
Hey, what the? Yeah, I felt bad. That was going to be our Bowie, too.
happens.
We're going to do a Bowie. Should we do it just a generic Bowie? Because I know people love to see you dance like a porn star.
Go ahead. This is the
I'll tell you, I'm going to do
biggest
David
workout I
Bowie
get.
saying fuck you to Shoney for not showing up tonight. How about that? Say a little Bowie music.
I will say fuck you, show me. A big fat fuck you, show me. You didn't show up, Shoney. I'm really pissed off at you. So I say fuck you, show me. I just don't like you, Shoney. So I say fuck you, Shoney. I'm really glad you're not here. say no, fuck you showed me. I wish you had showed me. No, I say fuck you shown it. Well, we're having fun without you.
That's not coming out.
That went like sideways like a salad shooter.
We also get emails from all around the world.
Ain't no drag.
Garmin's got an email bag.
Featuring Kevin's reactions.
Hi, guys. Matt here from Canberra, Australia.
Diplomatic immunity.
Nope, still not.
Fuck.
After hearing Ralph's Aaron Neville last week and being instantly transported to 1990, I was wondering if Ralph could kindly oblige us all with Aaron Neville singing Edelweiss. Thanks for the laughs and for Kevin's faultless impersonation of Mark Jacko Jackson. He loves your Jacko.
Oh, well, I'm gonna energize you. Really?
Yeah, he likes that.
Of
He's
everything
from
I've done on
Australia.
the show, he's like, you've been okay with that.
Yes. All right, Aaron Neville singing Edelweiss. Okay.
Every morning you greet me, small and white, clear and bright.
I'm gonna be honest, I'm
Just hear you
almost
giggling
moved.
over in the side.
I wasn't actually, it's a pretty great version. Keep going.
You seem happy to see me. Blossom of snow, may you bloom and grow. Bloom and grow forever.
He fucking shut his eyes. Oh my God, he thinks he's Ricky Nelson. Finish, big finish.
Edelweiss, Edelweiss.
Shut him again, bitch. Shut him again. Big finish.
Bless my homeland forever.
Oh, man.
Ricky Nelson?
He should
Really?
sing that song, man. Like, that sounds fucking good.
Aaron Neville should sing that?
I would listen to that in my car and just weep while driving.
This next email is from BC, Canada. This is from Sarah. She says, I've been slowly turning all of my friends into fellow Babylonians. So first of which was my friend Gemma. Unfortunately, Gemma's now moving, and we're having a going away party for her. A group of us are going to get together and listen to HBO and play the drinking game. She wanted a shout out. Sarah from BC, Canada. Well, if they're playing the drinking game while they're listening to us, let's give them something really to drink about.
I also don't know if I buy this story, man. Bunch of girls sitting around listening to Hollywood Babble-On.
Naked. Ooh. Yeah.
Hold
No,
on,
just panties. Just panties.
I'm buying it. I'm buying it, man.
Panties and hockey jerseys, because they're in Canada.
Oh, shit. I'm sorry. I got to go clean up.
And then they get drunk while they're playing the Babble-On drinking game. And then the pillow fight starts.
What kind of hockey sweaters are we talking about? Old school with the drawstring or kind of synchro mesh?
Oh,
like
drawstring. Definitely drawstring, yeah.
this? Do the voices of the girls.
No! Jesus, you're creepy. Amy writes, from Ireland, my awesome brother Dave introduced me to Hollywood Babble-On. Can you please give my brother a shout out as John Travolta and tell him he's so weird for making me sit in his car and listen to details about rusty wagon wheels. I guess it would be weird doing with your brother.
That is kind of strange. Like, you, sit here, listen to this. These guys talk about assholes a lot.
Yeah. The awkward conversations that follow. It's so weird. Listen with your sister about anal. What? Where? It's so weird. Let's fuck. And lastly, Brandon from Halifax, Nova Scotia writes in, I may be going to hell for suggesting this, but I was hoping you could try out post-stroke Dick Clark as the creepy clown.
Oh.
See, you didn't like it at first, but then the idea grew on you.
I'm gonna just show you what hell looks like, Ralph. The layers of hell. Enron executives.
Right.
Child pederasts.
Right.
Dick Clark impressionists.
Wow.
You sure you want to go for this?
Well, Brandon asked, and he said, I'm not sure if this will work, but it will succeed in making everyone uncomfortable.
Ooh. Here we go.
It's creepy clown time, Kevin.
Creepy clown time?
Creepy clown time. All right, it's creepy clown time.
All right, man.
Post-stroke Dick Clark.
Oh.
As the creepy clown, putting on his makeup.
Should we count down to it?
Ryan? There we go. Happy New Year, everybody.
Oh.
Every week, we take a look at the lives of some folks who have left us. They're in show business, and they deserve a final send-off. It's a segment we call Tinseltown Stiffs.
And now, another edition of Tinseltown Stiffs. They will be missed.
It is a wide and varied group this week that we say goodbye to, starting with Marvin Hamlish, who was a legendary film composer. Not only that, he also wrote for Broadway. He wrote that movie, the musical, rather, A Chorus Line. He did legendary screenplay scores for about 40 different film scores he did. He started off his career, though, writing pop songs. One was a hit for 60s pop star Leslie Gore. You may know this song if you watch The Simpsons on a regular basis. It's called Sunshine, Lollipops, and Rainbows.
Sunshine, lollipops, and rainbows. Everything that's wonderful is what I feel when we're together.
Love that song.
You kept dancing after it was over.
I know, because I wanted more.
You liked it that much.
He was an EGOT. For those of you who watch 30 Rock, you know what that is. He won an Emmy and a Golden Globe, an Oscar, and a Tony. He was one of the few people who won every major award in his career.
That's what EGOT means?
Yeah.
I thought it was like one of those people that fucks e-goals or something. No. I was like, oh, they got a fucking syndication for everything.
3 Oscars, 4 Emmys, a Tony, 3 Golden Globes. He won an Oscar for his adaptation of Scott Joplin's music for the movie The Sting. If you've ever seen The Sting, this theme is probably very familiar to you. We gotta remake that movie, you and me.
No.
Come on.
This sounds like fat guy music.
All the more reason to remake The Sting. Starring you and me. You can walk
Very
down the street.
jolly, you know? It just makes you feel like walking down the street.
Marvin Hamlish will be missed. Judith Christ. What's the matter?
Is that Megan?
Yeah, she brought me a drink. God love her.
People were like hooting her, man.
Well, she's an attractive young lady.
She just got married.
Sorry, fellas, she's taken.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got a little protective. I was like, who fucking hooted? I think it was the sign language guy. Which was pretty impressive if you can think about it.
Yeah. He did this so hard, sound actually came out. Judith Christ, the film critic, passed away at the age of 90 this week. She was the first critic who started really with the insults in reviews. She that was her trademark.
Oh.
Like, she didn't like... Did you ever review any of your films, Kev?
I don't know if she did or not, but...
She didn't like some classics, like Some Like It Hot. Billy Wilder's Some Like It Hot, a classic film. She said it was perverse and had too many homosexual in-jokes. Well, she wouldn't have liked your movies if that's the case.
That's the review she gave of Some Like It Hot?
Yeah.
It was perverse. She didn't like it.
Didn't like it. Billy Wilder said, asking her to review your movie was like asking the Boston Strangler to massage your neck. But she did champion Steven Spielberg early in his career and Woody Allen as well, so she had a good side too. She passed away at the age of 90 this week.
90? Good God, really?
Listen, bitter, wizened people live to be very old. That's why I'm going to live forever. This is me in an empty chair here someday going,
Fucking Khloe Kardashian. That hairy cunt. She did.
Will you acknowledge the fact that I'm no longer on the show at that point? Will you ever once in a while look over and be like, I outlived him because my hate was stronger?
The dark side is strong with me.
While we're
He
talking
was
about
too
Spielberg,
nice.
we're talking about Spielberg. Carlo Rambaldi passed away this week at 86 years old. He is a special effects genius. His claim to fame really was the fact that he invented E.T. That was all him. E.T., the puppet that he created for the movie, could do 150 separate moves. Wrinkle its nose, furrow its brow, extend its neck, get an erect penis. There was everything you wanted him to do.
I remember that from the cut scene, man.
Remember that? Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll be right here.
Where should my mouth be, E.T.?
Right here. Turn on your cock light. Let it shine all over the world.
And my face and neck and tits.
He also did Alien. He did the monster in Alien. That was his too.
Which one?
The Alien monster?
He did that as well.
Yeah.
When was the last time you watched E.T.?
It's been a long time.
It's been a while. It looks literally. It literally looks like what it is, like a puppet
Like a
that
puppet,
has
really?
100 different moves to it. I'm not saying like replace it with CG, but it's just when you look at it now, you're like, man, we settled for puppetry back in the days. No kid would look at
It was
this.
magical, though. It was magical when we
He's
saw
a
it.
magical puppet, dude. You know, just like Alf. In the age of CG, E.T. and Alf are right next to one another. He's like, ha, Willie, fuck you.
He also did King Kong, the 1976 King Kong. That was him.
And they built a massive King Kong for it, didn't
45 feet tall.
Nobody fucking does that
I
anymore,
know, I
man.
love the
When
practical
they make
stuff.
a movie, they're never like, let's just build it the real size. Because there are people sensible enough to be like, it won't work. That's what happened.
Waste of money.
They built it and it wouldn't work.
Yeah.
They used it in very few shots.
They used it for the shot at the end where he's falling off the buildings. They laid him down and said, look, isn't that impressive? He's 45 feet tall. Well, long, really. He's laying down, but... Peter Trivia, too. You remember the show Alias? J.J. Abrams' show Alias? Remember that
Yes.
show? With Jennifer Garner? Remember the Rambaldi devices they kept finding
Yeah.
in that show? They were named after Carlo Rambaldi, who created E.T.
Right on.
Yeah,
That's
that's trivia.
cute, man. A little
That's
shout
free. You
out.
can take that home, share it with your friends. That's on me, that one.
Go home, wake up your wife with that piece of information. Watch how quickly you get blown.
And lastly, director Mel Stewart passed away this week at the age of 83. He was an award-winning documentary filmmaker. Documentary? In the 60s, and he wasn't much of a fiction director, but his daughter, Madeline, told him her favorite book needed to be made into a movie, and that book was Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. And he made Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory back in 1971. He was the director of that film. It's a great film. Yes, one of my favorites still to this day.
I guess it makes sense, man, hearing that he didn't make a bunch of stuff. He was a documentarian. That movie had a different feel to it, especially for a kid's movie. I know it's based on the source material is also a little off-center, but that movie, now that I think about it, I go, oh, yeah, I guess that would make kind of sense.
I watched it the other day. I watch it every couple of months. I just love that film. There's a sequence where they're in the boat, remember, and they're going through that dark tunnel. And if you watch the footage that's being projected on the walls behind them, there's a scene where like a chicken gets its head cut off with a hatchet. I'm like, this is a kid's movie. Here's a little audio from that sequence. This is Gene Wilder while they're in the boat and they're rowing through the tunnel. If you've ever seen the film, just losing his fucking shit. And I just remember being terrified as a child, and thinking Mel Stewart's just a sick fuck. The director of that film. Here's a little audio.
Not a speck of light is showing, so the danger must be growing. Are the fires of hell a-glowing? Is the grisly reaper mowing? Yes! The danger must be growing, for the rowers keep on rowing, and they're certainly not showing any signs that they are slowing.
I just shit my pants.
It's missing one more. And the Oompas, they are blowing.
Oh, stop it. Mel Stewart said about his film, he wanted it to be dark. I'm not talking down to children and giving them squirrels with funny faces and stuff like that, he said. Well, you didn't, Mel. You gave us nightmares. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for that. I appreciate it. Still, you get nothing. Good day, sir. Still, I was crying. Give Charlie the factory. You stole fizzy lifting drinks. Crying like a bitch.
It was a test,
Oh,
man.
I didn't like that test.
He had to see if he's gonna run a fucking factory. He's gonna go to some kid who like cracks under pressure. If he's like, good day, sir. What if the kid was like, please, Mr. Wonka, I'll suck your dick. He don't want to give it to that kid. He wants to give it to the kid who's like, you know what? Fuck you, man. Me and Grandpa are leaving and going to find old Mr. Slugworth.
No, he gave back the everlasting gobstopper. Didn't even take it with him.
Oh, that's
that was
right.
the
That's
final
why he
straw.
gets it.
Where Willie says, come back here, Charlie.
Yeah.
Unzip my pants. Who can take a sunrise? Sprinkle it with goo.
And suddenly, turn on your hard light.
It's a mashup. Have a bite of my scrumdiddlyumptious bar, Charlie. Wow, chicka wow wow. While we're talking about Willy Wonka, it's only appropriate because this week, Willy Wonka is featured in a segment we like to call Shit That Should Not Be.
And now for shit we should not see. Here's some shit that should not be.
This week's movie is Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. And usually when we do this segment, we show you some video footage. But this actually is from the film. The story itself is the shit that should not be. And you'll understand why in a minute. You may remember the famous sequence in the film where Willy Wonka is bragging about his many inventions, and one of which is wallpaper for children's nurseries that is lickable. It's lickable wallpaper. The oranges taste like oranges, the pineapples taste like pineapples. It's a revolution in candy that you can have lickable wallpaper. For those of you who don't remember, here's the sequence I'm talking about.
Grandpa, this banana's fantastic. It tastes so real.
Try some more. The strawberries taste like strawberries. The snozberries taste like snozberries.
Snozberries? Who ever heard of a snozberry?
We are the music makers, and we are the dreamers of dreams.
I would have punched Veruca right in the snatch if she said that to me. Snozberries is a word we all learned from that film and carried it with us, and we laughed because it didn't really mean anything. It was an adorable little phrase, snozberries. Well, thank God for Cracked.com, because they did a story on this recently about what snozberries, according to the writer Roald Dahl, actually meant. He used the phrase snozberries in Wonka, and then years later he wrote an adult novel called My Uncle Oswald. Uncle Oswald was the greatest fornicator of all time, it says in the book. And he comes up with this great idea. He's going to get his lovely female accomplice, Yasmin How Comely, to seduce the richest, most powerful men in the world, collect their sperm in a condom, and then sell it to women who want to have smart, rich, famous children.
Sounds just like Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory.
Exactly. Good day, sir. You get no cum.
Willy Wanker and the Semen Factory. That's what that sounds like.
So in a sequence in the book, Yasmin How Comely is talking about her experience with George Bernard Shaw, how she got his sperm. And here, let me read to you from the book, if I may. How did you manage to roll the old rubbery thing on him? Well, there's only one way when they get violent, Yasmin said. I grabbed hold of his snozberry and hung onto it like grim death and gave it a twist or two to make him hold still. Now we know what Roald Dahl meant by snozberries. Snozberries, according to Roald, is another word for the dick, the cock, the penis.
That's why the little girl was like, snozberry? What's a snozberry?
He was making them lick dick-flavored wallpaper. No, try the snozberries. Lick the snozberries. sick, twisted fucking roll
What
doll.
what a mad genius. It's like bananas, strawberries, oranges, cock.
Yes. So now we know what snozberries are, everybody, and you'll never see that film and look at it the same way again. I promise you. It's time to take a look at the week's headlines in showbiz news. HBO headlines.
Give me head, give me head, give me headlines, and give me head.
Oh, it's going down on that like a snozberry.
Now we know what that is.
The story of the week for me by far are the adventures of Randy Travis. I don't know if you've been following this story or not. Tuesday night,
I know we don't have photos this evening, but I saw a picture.
You see the mugshot?
Holy shit, yes.
Yeah. For those of you who don't know, Randy Travis was a huge country star, I guess in the 80s is when he had most of his hits.
I'm gonna love you forever.
That's it, yeah. He,
forever and ever, amen.
Yeah, well, I think we all know the song now. I think we're all aware.
Fair enough.
He was...
just as long as old men sit and talk about the weather, just as long as old women sit and talk about old men. If you wonder how long I'll be faithful, then listen to how this song ends. Ralph, oh, I'm gonna love you forever and ever. Hey, I'll do the amen. Fuck you guys. Well done, folks. Well done.
Well done. That's Randy Travis's big hit. Tuesday night, the Grayson County Sheriff's Office in Texas got a phone call. There's a man lying by his car in the roadway. Oh, yeah, I forgot to mention, he's naked. Turns out Randy Travis showed up naked to a convenience store and wanted to buy some cigarettes.
As you do.
Right. I have to give it to the wherewithal of the clerk behind the counter who said, sure, how are you going to pay for him, though? That was his actual response. Man's got no pockets. You don't want to know where he keeps his loose change, I'll tell you that much. It's like a slot machine. He's shitting out quarters. Randy got upset, hopped behind the wheel of his 1998 Trans Am. Of course it was. If it had the fucking Confederate flag on the roof, it'd be perfect.
What the fuck was that?
That was his horn. They always have those cheesy air horns. That's a Dukes of Hazzard. I was just doing a generic one.
But yours was just like, he got one of them Western horns. Yours sounded like fucking Burgess Meredith's penguin.
He crashed his car into some construction barricades. The troopers showed up. He was outside the car naked. They put him in the squad car, and he threatened to shoot and kill anyone who was trying to arrest him.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
No.
Oh, the troopers love that.
Yeah,
oh,
man.
That's their favorite answer. I
they-
watch Cops a lot. They dig that,
Do they-
especially from naked guys.
Do they let you get away with that anymore? Like, there was a time in the 70s you'd be like, oh, he just drunk, he'll sleep it off. But when you fucking threaten a cop's life, man, do they go, like, even if you're naked, we're going to take that seriously and hold it against you?
Well, you don't hold it against him because he's naked. You want to keep him at arm's length. Yeah, they do take that seriously.
What was this, somebody punching his dick? Let me hear that, man. All right, I'm going to punch fucking his dick. Ready? Go. Sounds pretty hot, man. Hold on, let me get him 3 hits. Ready? Here we go. He shot all over me, Ralph.
See? It's one too many. Randy got charged with DUI and a felony count of redneckery. So, didn't even know that had a felony. Amanda Bynes is also a hot drunk mess. She's that little girl from Nickelodeon. She was so cute.
Amanda show. I used to watch that with my kid.
Yeah.
She was talented, man. She was like, it was like a sketch comedy show, and she played a bunch of different characters, not just a girl.
Now she's playing drunk driver.
A much easier
new
role
character.
to fill, yes.
She ran into a woman in a Toyota Corolla last week in her BMW, hopped out of a car and said, the damage isn't too bad, and tried to push the Corolla's bumper back on with her hands. That is so a fucking drunk move, by the way. That's like, no, it's good, see? Watch. Good as new. No harm, no foul.
Stoner move to that is just like, oh, that's messed up. That's harshing my buzz. You want to go get a sandwich?
The woman said, let's exchange insurance information. Amanda said no, hopped in her car, and drove off. Police would like to have a conversation with her. They want to ask her why she wasn't naked like Randy Travis was. More drunk driving news. Joe Simpson, the creepy manager of Jessica Simpson, who at one time talked about how beautiful his daughter's breasts were. Yeah, that's a good interview. You got to read that sometime. He was pulled over here in up in Los Angeles with a 0.12 blood alcohol level. He was having margaritas at a Mexican restaurant with his daughter, and he kept trying to get her drunk, but she wouldn't go for it. She kept saying no, so he kept drinking. Last week we were talking about some people who had come out in favor of Mitt Romney for the presidential election, Jenna Jameson and Clint Eastwood. This week, it's Sarah Silverman coming out for Obama, as you can imagine.
Oh, okay.
She's doing it very specifically, though. There is a guy named Sheldon Adelson. He is a casino mogul. He has vowed to give $100 million to Romney's campaign in order to beat Obama. So Sarah Silverman has gone online and created a video addressing Sheldon Adelson, saying if he gives the $100 million to Barack Obama, she will have lesbian sex with him. She says she won't sleep with him, but she will scissor him in a bikini bottom. Here's the audio from the video. She describes it better than I do.
If you give that $100 million to Obama instead of Romney, I will scissor you wearing a bikini bottom through to fruition. That means until you come.
Yeah, it means until you come. She says all the Republican billionaires are giving money to Romney, but how many of them are getting scissored by a bikini-bottomed Jewess with big naturals? No word yet whether he'll take up on her offer or not.
What are naturals?
Tits. Big natural boobs.
Okay, well, what do they have to do with the scissoring? Nothing, right? She's just throwing them in on, like, hey, bonus.
Well, I think the whole body comes. I don't think she's going to go with
no,
the waist
Ralph,
down.
only the wiener comes.
No, stop it. Kristen Stewart is wallowing in self-pity since she stepped out on Robert Pattinson.
Fucking rightfully she should. She cheated on him with that other dude, man. It's heartbreaking to me. And I'm not even a Twilight kid, but I find this heartbreaking.
In the words of Will Ferrell, she's a trampire. She, according to friends, is very depressed, refuses to shower, hasn't washed her hair in a week, and simply lays around eating ice cream. Yeah, she's hot, isn't she? Just when you thought Kristen Stewart couldn't get any less attractive, this story came out.
Describe it again, Ralph.
Refuses to shower.
Yes.
Hasn't washed her hair in several days.
Yes.
Simply lays around eating ice cream.
So this could easily describe me as well.
You're Kristen Stewart, is what you're saying.
Yeah.
She has a sinking feeling it's totally over with the love of her life, Robert Pattinson.
Well, don't fucking touch other dudes' wieners. It's that simple, man. We're very easy to please. Just touch only our wieners.
Actress Ellen Page has a big problem on her hands. Someone is sending her death threats via her Twitter account. One tweet read, "I'm going to murder Ellen Page. She's dead." There was a phone call that came into a film festival she was attending, promising to kill her. Apparently, this all stems from the fact that she went on a date with Alexander Skarsgård to a Kings game. Hey, wait a minute. Anything you'd like to tell us, Kevin?
That bitch, he's mine! Is this right? Really?
The most recent tweet said, "Ellen Page, if you continue to date Alexander Skarsgård, I will kill you in public in the next year."
Wait, man. Fucking Ellen Page from Juno?
Yeah.
Is dating Alexander Skarsgård from True Blood?
Yes.
Then I have a shot.
I would like to see your Twitter account because I think you're sending these. I'll kill you in public in the next year, be in a club, a game, in a restaurant, or when you're signing autographs.
Oh, God.
I would just say, could you move it up? The whole year? I don't want to wait around for a year. Either it's tomorrow or it's off. That's what I would say.
Yeah.
I don't want to live in fear for a year.
It's a bummer, man.
Hey, porn star Kim Kardashian's at it again.
Kim Kardashian, who gives a fuck?
Kanye West revealed this week his new single off his upcoming CD. The new track is called Perfect Bitch. He tweeted that he wrote it about his girlfriend, Kim Kardashian. Here was the simple tweet. "I wrote the song Perfect Bitch about Kim." That romantic bastard. Kim said, "I'm honored. I love it." I know he doesn't mean it in a negative way when he says the word bitch. It's true. It is a term of endearment sometimes. Sometimes I'll come home and say, "What's for dinner, bitch?" My wife goes, "Oh, you." And she'll nuzzle me. And I'll say, "Hey, where's the kid, bitch?" And then she'll blow me because she's so turned on.
Can I get a hand job, bitch? Never pans out either.
This is what Kim thinks the song means. It's about how he met so many other girls but could never find the right one until he met me.
So there's truth in that art.
She's the perfect bitch.
Yeah, oh, right.
They asked 50 Cent, his musical rival, by the way, what he thought of the perfect bitch being about Kim, and he said, "You know how it is. One man's trash is another man's treasure." Oh, snap!
That's kind of cute, man.
It is kind of cute. Rob Kardashian, the only man in the family. I'm talking to you, Bruce Jenner. He tweeted that he was going to law school. He had enrolled in law school. He was going to be a lawyer. He's made a decision in his life. The only problem is the school he said he was going to, USC's Gould School of Law, said, "Rob Kardashian's not coming here." He hasn't even applied, which is sad news because I was hoping Rob would be as honorable a lawyer as his father, Robert Kardashian, was, who, of course, got O.J. Simpson off. So he did. And then he got him out of trouble legally, too.
If these gloves don't fit, you must quit jerking me off.
A new reality show in the works on TLC, or as I like to call it, the Sideshow Channel. Abby and Brittany Hensel are getting their own TV show. For those of you who don't know who the Hensels are,
oh no,
they are conjoined twins. Two mouths indeed, sir. You sick, sick fuck. They have two heads. They are conjoined at the neck. They have 2 arms. They originally had 3, but they took one at birth. Souvenir, I guess, for the doctor.
Oh.
They have 2 hearts, 4 lungs, 2 stomachs. No word on the vagina. Abby controls the right side of the body. Brittany controls the left side of the body. They just graduated from Bethel University in Minnesota. They just got their degree, and they're looking for a post-graduation job, and that's what the show's going to be about.
I think they found one.
Reality show?
Yeah.
I'm just thinking, if you go to college with conjoined twins, they're really throwing off the bell curve because they got 2 brains. Everything's easier for them. Like a test, they can ask each other, "What do you get for number 5? I got 12. All right, and they're cheating on each other.
And then you
It's
never
unfair.
know, at any moment there could be a Quado type situation.
They're making a movie about the life of Liberace. You guys know who Liberace is? He's a big Liberace fan over there.
I wish my brother George was here.
He was he was Elton John before Elton John. He was very flamboyant. He played piano. He liked a lot of man sex.
But for some reason, people didn't know that.
Well, he denied he was gay until he died.
Right.
Yeah. They're making a life story of Liberace. Michael Douglas is playing Liberace. Matt Damon is playing his boyfriend.
I've seen a picture of them. They look pretty good.
They say, however, they think the spirit of Liberace is haunting the set. Apparently, they felt drafts of cold, damp air and smelt strong whiffs of men's cologne for no reason. Smells like semen. So you know it's Liberace. Someone also caressed Michael Douglas's shoulder, and tightly secured lights have been crashing from the ceiling for no reason.
I can't explain the lights, but the massaged shoulders could be John Travolta.
That's true. It could be the ghost of John Travolta. So weird. I'm not even dead, and I'm massaging his shoulders. What? Where?
This year on NBC, John Travolta is Gay Ghost.
Boo. Lindsay Lohan in the news this week.
Lindsay Lohan, why don't you come to your senses?
Gay Ghost, we need your help. We think the old amusement park is haunted.
Where?
The amusement park.
What?
Haunted.
It's so weird. Boo.
We'll be right back with Gay Ghost after these messages.
Could you blow me? Ghost of...
That sounds like
John
Kev
Travolta's
Ghost right
here.
there.
Yeah. Lindsay Lohan had a sleepover with Lady Gaga. And then I woke up in a cold sweat. Apparently they slept together at the Chateau Marmont. Does Lindsay have a home, or does she just live at the Chateau Marmont Hotel?
I don't know.
Yeah. They had a sleepover, and now apparently Lindsay is starring in Gaga's new video for her upcoming album. So once again, Lindsay is doing whatever it takes to get a job. That's the good news for Lindsay. The bad news is she had a freak out this week at a Los Angeles nightclub. What? Lindsay was in a nightclub? Club's called Bootsy Bellows, which I think is the name of the Gay Ghost this year on NBC. What? I'm Bootsy Bellows, the Gay Ghost. It's so weird. She went into Bootsy Bellows and found out that the private area for celebrities was already taken by Francesca Eastwood, daughter of Clint Eastwood and reality show star. So Lindsay lost her shit and started screaming, "I'm a star, she's a nobody, get her out of here."
People really fucking talk like that?
Apparently they do. Witnesses say it was like watching someone from like a 1980s movie where someone's like out of control on drugs or something.
Like fucking like Joan Collins in Dynasty or something.
Right. They escorted her out. Security took her out. Francesca Eastwood had this to say. I'm not sure. No, she didn't say that.
Too soon, man.
I'm not sure what exactly sparked Lindsay's outburst. Regardless, I still had an amazing birthday, and Parent Trap is still my favorite movie. So that's sweet.
Well, it's sweet, but it's also like, really? Parent Trap is your favorite
Yeah.
fucking movie? I question your good taste.
In music news, Elton John is still battling with Madonna. Oh, gay people must be so torn over this. Must be like the child of a divorce when you watch Madonna and Elton John fight. It's been going on a long time. 2004, Elton John said, about Madonna's tour, anyone who lip syncs in public on stage and charges $134 a ticket should be shot.
He might not have been talking about her.
Yeah. Then when she was going to do the Super Bowl show in January, he said on Good Morning America, I hope she lip syncs good. On Australian TV this Sunday night, he said the following. Here's a little clip.
She's such a nightmare. Sorry, her career's over. I can tell you that. Her tour's been a disaster, and it couldn't happen to a bigger.
Let me translate if you don't speak Elton. Why is she such a nightmare? Her career's over, I can tell you that. Her tour has been a disaster, and it couldn't happen to a bigger cunt.
Can you feel the love tonight? From Elton John to Madge. Jesus, man, that's real catty.
He added, she looks like a fucking fairground stripper.
How would he know?
I've been to lots of fairgrounds. I saw John Travolta stripping in one. So weird. John's publicity team immediately went into action, and they denied Elton John ever said those quotes. They said they were fabricated. That's when they were told it was aired on television.
Yeah, he was right on camera.
John's team said that conversation was off the record. Off the record, see? First of all, you made it up, and second of all, it was off the record. Now listen to me, pal. We're gonna square up. We're gonna throw dukes, see?
They sent him somebody from the 20s and shit?
That's right. And more music news, Jaden Smith dropped a new song this week.
Oh, fucking, thank Christ.
This fucking kid.
For those unfamiliar with this, Ralph periodically gets very jealous of Hollywood children.
No, it's not that at all.
What is it?
It's just that they act like they're doing something, and if they didn't have famous rich parents, none of this would be happening. None of it. He's got a new video this week, shows him and his skateboard culture. Well, you have to give him this. He does have his finger on the pulse of America, because I think this skateboard thing is going to take off. I think it's going to be big. It's a rap song that is done to the The Foster the People song, Pumped Up Kicks?
Yeah.
That is the track behind it, and he raps lines like, I'll probably get some crap for this from my parents and my sis and the people I be acting with, but it's cool, I'ma act a trip. He doesn't care, man. He doesn't care about all those actors he makes all those movies with, what they think of him. He's gonna skateboard and rap.
I'd prefer to hear the words coming from the original artist, Ralph.
Well, here's a little piece of Pumped Up Kicks Like Me is the name of the song. Here is Jaden Smith rapping.
Everybody want kicks like me. Everybody want chicks like me. Everybody want flicks like me. Everybody trying to get like me. Wanna know where to find me? Find a place with a more skateboard, scrape concrete. With my G's behind me. Yeah, we ain't afraid of none of the zombies. More peace than Gandhi. Up all night, never sleep. You can call me insomnia.
Yeah. If you couldn't make it out, let me give you those lyrics once again. Everybody want kicks like me. Everybody want chicks like me. Everybody want flicks like me. Everybody trying to get like me. If you mean we'd all like to be children of rich and famous parents who give us everything, then you're right. We would like that, Jaden. Now, maybe he's got some skills. Let's read the rest. Want to know where to find me? Find a place where the most skateboards scrape concrete. Woman, she's behind me. Yeah, we ain't afraid of nothing but zombies. More peace than Gandhi. Up all night, never sleep. You can call me a zombie. Well, he does have a skill because he did rhyme zombies with fucking zombie. Really? You're out with words that end with the E sound? Fuck me.
I was going to try to defend, but I really can't.
No.
Man.
Zombies, 2 lines later, zombies.
Right. What could you go with instead?
Anything that ends with E.
Hominy.
Bambi.
That doesn't really rhyme with zombie. Zombie. Romney, yeah.
Romney. There you
and
go.
he would have been fucking current and shit. People would have been like, he's political.
Yeah, he's deep.
Yeah.
You can call me Romney. Why? Why would we do that? Time for movies that will suck.
Brockheimer, Schumacher, Michael Bay. They make movies that make you say, oh my god, that's bullshit, what the fuck? They're movies that will suck.
It's been threatened.
Every week I pray I'm not this list.
You're not on the list.
I look over and then I'm like, oh, I don't make movies anymore, so go ahead, man.
This was threatened and now it's come to pass. Sony has announced they are indeed making a big-budget live-action ALF movie.
This is why I don't make movies anymore, man.
I kid you not.
This is where the money's going, to the ALF movie.
ALF. ALF, of course, the alien life form, ALF, that's where it comes
Willie!
from.
Oh.
No problem. Hey, Willie, get me a cat. Gordon Shumway was his name on the show. That was funny in 1986. I wish we were there. The guy who did the voice of Alf is going to return. Oh, thank Christ. Because if it had been anyone else other than Paul Fusco, I was going to boycott. No problem.
What kind of cast do you think?
I think, I'm guessing Ryan Reynolds will show up someplace.
That might be amazing, man.
Shut up. And Bill and Ted 3 has been greenlit. We're going to get Bill and Ted 3. No, you only think you want to see that. You don't want to see that.
Is it Keanu Reeves?
Keanu Reeves and Alex Winter are coming back to play Bill and Ted. Yeah.
Come on, man.
Trust me, you don't want to see it.
Why?
No.
Why?
Because they're 50. So, anyway, I've got an enlarged prostate. Or do I? Yes. I wake up to pee at night. Yes, I do.
Sounds more like a fucking confessional than anything else.
What? Bill and Ted at 50? What?
Aren't they using it as a reboot? Like their kids are going to be involved?
No, it's straight them.
Just them. As
The
old
script
men.
will be where they are in their lives today. They're taking blood pressure medication. That's what they're doing. This movie will also examine what happened to rock and roll in the last 20 years. Well, I'm glad it's got a message.
Thank God someone's going to ask the tough questions.
That's right. It's time for Geek News. Kevin and I look at the geek news every week because we're geeks.
Ralph and Kevin, Ralph and Kevin, Ralph and Kev. Geek News.
Gillian Anderson split up with her longtime boyfriend of 6 years this week.
I like this story. Keep
Me
going.
too.
Yeah.
I don't believe it, but I want it to be true, so I'm going to say it out loud. And I'm
I
hoping
wanna
it's like
believe.
a wish. If I say it out loud, maybe, you know, a falling star will make it come true.
Do it.
She broke up with her boyfriend of 6 years named Mark Griffiths. The story has it, the rumor is that she is now in a serious relationship with David Duchovny. How awesome would that be?
That is pretty damn weird, but pretty
Mulder and
sweet.
Scully together finally.
Totally. Cigarette smoking woman.
I believe the truth is in there.
Yes.
In there.
So weird.
He's gonna examine her black hole. He's gonna probe her.
Don't fucking defile the X-Files.
I'm sorry.
Dude. I'm a big fan.
They worked together, of course, from 1993 to 2002 on the series. They did the movie version in 2008. There had been rumors of a relationship, but no one could ever prove anything. So now, you know, David's broken up with Tia Leone. She's breaking up with her boyfriend, and people are speculating, at least, that they're together. I choose to say yes.
I for some reason, even though, like, you know, they are not the characters they played, that just made me really happy. When I read that, I was like, oh, I hope that's fucking true.
The Avengers 2, Joss Whedon has officially signed on for the sequel. I know it seemed like that should be a foregone conclusion, but as recently as Comic-Con, he said he didn't know if he was going to do it or not. He is absolutely doing it, and he's also developing a TV series for ABC that will take place, something they call the Avengers Universe. I don't know what that means. Maybe a S.H.I.E.L.D. series or something like that, perhaps?
That'd be tremendous. I'm in. I just watched that again on the plane, man.
That's
that
a great movie.
So if there's one shot in that movie right after, I think it's right, maybe it was right before the Hulk punch. Everybody knows, like, you know, Hulk punches Thor, he goes flying. But right before that, they do a shot. Somebody would argue and say it's a tracking shot. That's really not the technical term for it. But there's a shot that kind of goes throughout the city and hits every Avenger as they're doing a routine.
Right.
It is spellbinding. It is everything you always wanted to see in a comic book movie as a lifelong comic book fan, particularly in a team movie. I was sitting there on the plane watching that, and I could rewind. I literally rewound 3 times, watched it, roll the fucking tear. Dude sitting next to me is like, you're kidding.
Yeah.
And I was like, I cried at Batman too, you know, and just fucking went back to this. But it's beautiful. It's really well made, I thought.
DC wants some of that money too. They announced their Justice League movies in the works, and this week, I'm sure you heard, Kevin, old friend of yours was rumored to be directing this film. Ben Affleck, apparently, in talks to direct the Justice League. Listen, you can say what you want about him as an actor, but he's a damn good director.
Yeah, man. Gone Baby Gone is a wonderful movie, The Town, and this new movie that the trailer's up for, Argo, looks fantastic.
Yeah.
It looks like he's going to win a bunch of awards as well.
Now,
It's an
some
old
people are
story,
saying
though.
it's
just broke recently, but all week on Twitter, people are like, what do you think about this breaking news? I was like, I remember when I heard about it 4 months ago, I thought for a second, like, that'd be fun, but I doubt he'll do it. He doesn't need to do it, you know what I'm saying? Like, looks like he's got an awards movie in his pocket. He's kind of carving out a niche that's a little more Sidney Pollack / Sidney Lumet. So I don't know that he necessarily needs to make a Justice League
What if he
movie.
wants to play one of the heroes, though? Because I think he'd make a great Wonder Woman.
I'll go with you on that because I think I've said many times he's a wonderful actor, and I feel he could play anything, including the Shark in a Jaws remake. So if I had my way, I'd just do a Justice League movie, and Ben could play every part, including fucking Wonder Woman.
That'd be awesome. Marvel is in talks with Fox because they had to make a deal in order to keep Daredevil, the rights for that movie, over there at Fox. They have to start making a movie by October 10th or else the rights for Daredevil go back to Marvel. So Fox went to them and said, look, we want to keep it. What do you want? Let's make a deal. And Marvel said, give us Galactus and Silver Surfer from the Fantastic Four rights that you have, and we'll give you an extended period of time you can make your Daredevil movie. So apparently that's what's going to happen. They've made that deal.
So they're keeping Daredevil, and they're going to give him back Galactus and Silver Surfer?
Now, I think they can also use Galactus and Silver Surfer in other projects if they want with the Fantastic Four,
Like
but they don't have
Guardians of the
exclusive rights
Galaxy
on them
2 as
anymore.
well.
Yeah, they can add that. Because Fox is talking about rebooting the Fantastic Four as well. They want to do new Fantastic Four movies.
They'd be silly not to. Who are they talking about rebooting Daredevil with? Is it Joe Carnahan now?
Yes, who did A-Team and The Gray, I guess, were his big movies.
Right.
If they do reboot the Fantastic Four, here's who I want to play the Human Torch. I pride myself on being a geek. I also pride myself on knowing some trivia and shit. When I found out this story this week, my fucking head exploded because I had no idea this existed. But there was a radio play of the Fantastic Four in the early 1970s. It was a radio play. Apparently, it was like we did with Hollywood Babble-On comic book theater. They would take the comic books and they would turn them into radio plays. They were actually broadcast in the early 70s. Only 10 episodes existed. This week, people started talking about it, and I was like, why didn't someone fucking tell me this before? The role of the Human Torch, Johnny Storm, was played by Bill Murray in that play.
The fuck out of here, really?
Yes. Bill Murray was the Human Torch in the radio play.
Please tell me you have a...
I brought some audio of the radio play. I'm not, you'll listen to this, you'll say, yeah, oh yeah, it's him. This is the first episode of this 10-episode series, this radio play. This is the origin of the Fantastic Four. This is after they've been bombarded by cosmic rays, and Johnny Storm has seen them all change into these monsters, and then he realizes he can burst into flames. This is Bill Murray playing the Human Torch.
You've turned into monsters, all of you. It's those terrible cosmic rays. Look at me. They've gotten me, too. My body's beginning to break. And I'm lighter than air. I can fly. Oh, wow, I can really fly.
Johnny!
It's okay, sis. I just feel a little warm, that's all.
I don't know what happened to the audio there, but it's him saying, "You're all monsters." It's as if he's doing the closing monologue from Scrooged as the Human Torch. And if you do it every day, you'll learn to like it, and you'll want it every day. I'm on fire, Sue.
It sounds more like Stripes to me, where he's like, don't go. All the plants will die.
Yeah. Anyway, you can find it online. You can check that out. We end every show with the same musical question each and every week. It's a question Kevin asked, many, many moons ago, about the size of a certain actor's certain part of his body. How big is Liam Neeson's cock?
Oh, we can't help but wonder, how big is Liam Neeson's cock?
NeesonCock.com is where to go for all your facts about Liam Neeson's cock, so make sure you show up there and read all the facts. These are just a couple of them. Liam Neeson's cock is so big, before he has sex with a woman, his cock will spring from his pants and sing a number from Little Shop of Horrors.
Feed me. That's cute.
Liam Neeson's cock is so big, the Justice League has used it as a headquarters. Meanwhile, in the cock of justice, Liam Neeson's cock is so big, he made a sex tape entitled Invasion for Flesh and Blood. That's a callback from last week.
Last week.
Liam Neeson's cock is so big, Ralph Garman is trying to get Adam West a star on it, and I think he deserves it.
That's adorable.
Liam Neeson's cock is so big that Peter Jackson was going to make 2 movies about it and decided to make it 3. Liam Neeson's cock is so big that Sinead O'Connor drew a blank when trying to think of something to compare it to. Yeah, that's what we call a homer. You'll be driving home going,
that's like a really early 90s joke, man. That's amazing.
Liam Neeson's cock is so big, it wears a cape. Doesn't mean anything, but it just made me laugh.
Cute.
Liam Neeson's cock is so big, if you drop a Rubik's Cube down his pants, it will be solved by the time it falls out the leg. Liam Neeson's cock is so big that when Liam was a baby, it started teething before he did.
Wait, I haven't been paying attention. Hold on. Liam Neeson's cock.
Wait a minute, that's cock?
So the natural condition of cock is in the mouth, according to sign language. Wait, Liam Neeson? There's not short for Liam Neeson? Got to come up with something shorter than that. Do this. Because that's Liam Neeson going, listen to me, you're going to be taken. All right, so now let's see Liam Neeson's cock with a new word. Liam Neeson's cock. Give it up for the sign language guy, man.
Sign language guy.
He has a very unique set of skills.
Have you seen the fucking trailer for Taken 2?
It's like a parody.
It does seem like a YouTube clip.
Listen, your mother's going to be taken, just like you were last time. Remember?
Yes.
Remember when you were taken?
And look what, and you might get taken too, and I might be taken as well.
That's the slug line on the poster. Taken 2. Everybody gets fucking taken.
It's just a picture of him holding on to his fucking dick. Sooner or later, everyone gets taken.
Liam Neeson's cock is so big. He's had to hire a crew to clean the graffiti off of it. And I think that's a shame, kids today with their tagging.
It's like a Central Park rock, man.
Liam Neeson's cock is so big. When they first met, Neil Armstrong sunk a flag into it. One small cock for mankind. And lastly, Liam Neeson's cock is so big that I would walk 500 miles, and I would walk 500 more just to be the man who walked 1,000 miles to fall down at Liam's balls.
San Juan, Capistrano, Coach House, did you have a great time tonight?
Thank you so much for coming out and spending your evening with us. We truly appreciate it.
And in reference to the immortal Carlo Rambaldi, we'll be back. Did he ever say that?
That was the Terminator you're thinking of.
My bad. Do it. We'll be back.
Good night, everybody.
That's Hollywood Babble-On for this week, man. I'm Kevin Smith.
I'm Ralph Garman.
Babble the fuck off, San Juan Capistrano. Good night.
Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Kevin Smith and Ralph Garman. Hollywood Babble-On live at the Coach House.